Not sure, but it sure looked like we had frost this morning, so I better get a move on. But first I came out to pick a few things for breakfast. With help from the rain and the wind, Aunt Molly's ground cherries, they dropped like little jewels. It's a little frosty this morning. I'm going to pull out some vegetables today that aren't frost hardy. I'm going to put some of the sheep manure out. This is raw manure. Not that raw, I mean it's maybe 3 months old, but it will sit all winter long and break down and be ready for spring season. But it's loaded with these guys. Lots and lots of red wigglers. I'm taking my squash in, ready or not. It's frosty this morning, and I don't want to run in and out, putting blankets on anything. Now, this, I believe, is a cross between a butternut and my cheeky prince, which never developed, but the vine was lovely on the cheeky prince, and I almost had one so many times. Now this is not ready to come, but is what it is. See if I can cut that. Oh, wow. Yeah, almost a butternut, but not really. Dug up some Jerusalem artichoke. They're really, really nice, sauteed with fresh parsnips, butter, and a bit of maple syrup. Love it. I'm attempting to show a comparison between a regular carrot a good sized one. And then this was a really large carrot. And then it doesn't look so large here. And then almost these ridiculous parsnips. They're quite a size. I hope it shows up. Sun is fading. I'll just do a quick walkthrough of what's left. Those strawberry leaves go the prettiest color. And yes, that looks like fall. I'll pull the last of these tomatoes. I'll check the weather. I've got some tiny Tims scattered throughout here. One there, one here. And they don't like frost, so I'll check the weather and come back out, I think. I have some summer squash in here, still some lettuce. I've got so much inside. The Swiss chard I never got to, I'll get that. It can survive a little bit of cold. A few carrots I can leave, some fennel, bulb fennel, and some beans. These were succession because my other ones didn't do well. If we can, I have a higher elevation, so if the frost doesn't get bad here, then they might amount to something. We have some calendula going to come up in there. The Brussels sprouts, delicious. We've been picking at those and they are wonderful. And just some remains of odds and sods here. Still the ground cherries. They did really well. They grow really easy. I've got some cabbage in there. And my peas for drying. Squash that's not going to make it because that's a winter squash. There's acorns. A little too late for those. Dill, which I don't really do anything with. I think it's a Romanesca. Again, I have no idea. Pulled a lot of parsnips, but we still have some. Actually, I still have a good few. Some cabbage coming too. And still some carrots. There's only so much I'm willing to pick at a time, but carrots can handle the frost. And I don't know what that's, a Romanesca back there also. And the few scattered broad beans that I've pulled most of them to give room and space, and they had their day. So the Brussels sprouts we've been eating. Let's see if I can get in here. Yeah, you can see where I've been pulling them. But they're doing well. And yeah, looking messy. Looking very fallish. My carrots in buckets, they're not looking too great. They didn't do too well. Oh, look. Still trying to bloom. The purple peas, just love them. And yeah, okay, so down here some more carrot buckets. Those I'm going to pull in for the winter. And, well, leave them out for the winter, cut the green tops off, and pull them in the garage when I want to get at some of them to let them thaw out a bit to pull them. I'm going to try it, see if it works. Let's see, more Brussels sprouts, again some celery that I've still left in, some ground cherries, the rondenise, absolutely thrilled with how that performed this year, because if you've heard me before, me and zucchinis in Newfoundland haven't worked out. But the rondenise, a zucchini, was wonderful, and I found it's one of my favorite new things, which is a zucchini relish. There's some rondenise there. These, I've just pulled one. These are the lemon zucchini, lemon squash, summer. So this bed's looking tired. Zucchini that have not pollinated. But it's just the weather. Oh, these are... Yeah, I'm going to pull a lot of these things. This bed, just some, I think that's the Parisian carrots. So they'll be great. Some more Swiss chard, some dill falling over. These are stuffing tomatoes. They're not the best things in the world to eat, but they're good for stuffing. Long story on my tomatoes I won't get into this year, but so I'll pull those, I guess, after I check the weather. More rondenise. This plant gave so much now, it's over. And these are, the mouse took out the 50 chickpea plants that I put in here, but left the wee stems, and some of them went on to grow at various different levels. So the experiment of the chickpeas, let me come around here, which I found, I just wanted to know if they'd grow well in Newfoundland. They do. They survived snow because I put them out extremely early. Aside from the mouse incident, well, they're drying, so this is great. They're if I find you need a lot. So if I find a field, make a field to grow them. I hope someday to have those. Oh, look. I've lost 3 cheeky prints. Carried away. And that one didn't pollinate, I doubt. So the vines themselves grew great. But they got stolen all the time. And yeah, everything's looking pretty sad now. But it's that time of year. It's a fun time of year. You're pulling everything out. This was a potato bed, all pulled out. Some late squash, not going to be much of anything. This was, I'll go down. This was the bean bed that didn't work out due to my lack of putting sufficient growing soil and such in here. I just was rushed. But these are Coco Sophie. So I'm getting a few of these, not many. I think I've lost some actually. No, there's more down there. Anyway, I'll save some for seeds. That's about all I'm getting here. I did have a few meals, certainly from this, but the plants never grew. So now I'm just letting some dry. And yeah, disaster bed, really. Disaster. And then I think the only ones I didn't show was 2 more of my potato beds. These are the ones I'm working on for topping up with the manure. And that's it. That is it. I just have to, once I clean these out, I've got more manure backed up. But there's still lots to eat here. So slowly, bit by bit, those plants will survive some chilly weather. I'll see how long I can get out of them to extend my short season. The evening sky is pretty pink coming. It's not really showing here. But it is chilly, so I'm going to pick the rest of the tomatoes green, and they will ripen. I don't want to take any chance on losing them all.